Dear Kate, what a pleasure to see you again. It's been a while. When we first met 16 years ago, I was 17 years old. I had only worked on 2 films before and just left school. And you were Kate Winslet, the star of Titanic, which even I knew was a modern classic. You had, of course, also starred in films like Heavenly Creatures and Sense and Sensibility or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, though I would only watch your brilliant work in those years later. By the time you came on board for the Rede, I had already shot quite a bit of the film. But then Stephen Daldry and I flew to New York to meet you for a week of rehearsals. And it immediately felt like we were just 3 people immersing themselves in the creative process and trying to bring out the best of those scenes. Only after a few days, it just hit me who I was working with here. And I had to excuse myself to the bathroom to really let it sink in that the colleague who was treating me so respectfully and supportively was actually Kate Winslet. I very quickly realized that you were not only a fantastic and extremely professional actor, but also a wonderful team player. Never before and never since have I witnessed an actor being so supportive of every single cast and crew member on set. Instead of hiding out in your trailer, you were always present in every department and approachable and letting others profit from your experience. It was incredible to witness how this inspired every one of us and the atmosphere on set in general. I've actually tried to emulate you in this regard on many films, but I don't think I've succeeded yet. Me personally, I couldn't have wished for a better partner on the Rede. You've always treated me with respect and openness. Not like someone who's just shooting his 3rd film. And not to mention, you were my intimacy coordinator, a concept that obviously didn't exist in those years. But I'm still very thankful for the way you made me feel at ease when working on those very intimate scenes. You created a safe space and helped me understand the process, patiently, empathetically, and most of all, with a lot of humor. And you were there for me when we had to promote the film in the US, and I didn't understand a word on Charlie Rose's talk show. And of course, you were also there on my birthday. Who better to celebrate turning 18 with than with you? I will never forget these shared experiences with you, and it is my great, great pleasure to celebrate you today, because I couldn't think of anyone more deserving of a CineMerit-Award than you. Congratulations.
So now, please welcome on stage, Kate Winslet. David, lass uns übergeben.
that's fine, actually, carry on. Okay, really stop now. Thank you so much. I was told it's okay, you don't need to prepare a speech. In fact, really don't say anything, just a few small words. And now I wish that there was a magical speech laid out for me that I had brilliantly written and was here ready for me. But alas, that isn't the case, so I am going to make it up. Now, but strangely, I feel incredibly at home in this wonderful theatre and with that phenomenal welcome and that utterly incredible introduction from David. You poor boy. The things we asked him to do, it was really sometimes funny, honestly funny, because he would say, wait, why are you putting all of your legs up by this? And then I would have to explain why I was doing that with my legs in quite a lot of detail sometimes. And so it is very true that, in fact, we shared a lot. A lot. And I could not have been more proud to have stood alongside you as a young actor, so scared, and I had been that. I had been a terrified 17-year-old myself. We all have to start somewhere. And I remember wishing at times that someone had really held my hand and explained literally why the camera is there and what this big microphone on a stick is doing, and sometimes translating for Stephen Daldry, who really did think he could speak German, but he could not speak German at all. I remember David looking at him once saying, why are you asking me to sit on my hands? And this would happen regularly. So yes, there was a lot of laughter, and how wonderful to come here this evening. And thank you to the Munich Film Festival for creating this moment and truly making me feel so celebrated. Literally from the moment I got off the plane, I was like, wow, it's like I'm a film star. Honestly, I don't get treated like that. So I'm going to lap it up. Why not? I'm just going to let myself feel like a film star. That's okay. I can do that. But truly, I have to say, I love my job. I love it, I love it, I love it. I never get bored of it. I'm grateful for it. And I thank everybody who is here tonight, not watching the football. I thank you all for being here and making these moments feel important and special, because after COVID and after our strike, our actors and writers strike, it is such a joy to step into a creative space again and to be able to talk about films and talk about our love of films and to celebrate everything that it means to all of us. I'm doing quite well, actually, aren't I, as I'm like making this up as I go along. I'm never going to write a speech again. But most importantly of all, I'm going to segue into this next bit, which is that we chose to delay the release of the film Lee because of the strike and because I wanted to be able to talk about the real true labor of love that it was for me and for my producing partner, Kate Solomon, to make this film. It's hard to make films as a woman, and it is hard to make films about women. It's changing a bit, but I hope that with this film, people will be more open-eared and open-eyed to wanting to absorb the stories of phenomenally important historical figures like the formidable Lee Miller. There is no one like her in the world, and I feel so overwhelmed that I got to play her. And still now, when I look at the film, I can't actually believe we did it. I still can't believe, oh my God, we did it, we've done it. We don't have to make it again anymore. The film is done. but to bring it here. I haven't been able to present the film yet at all to anybody, and to be able to bring it here and for it to have its European premiere here tonight is absolutely incredible. So thank you so much for having us. And I'm going to introduce Kate Solomon, my producing partner, who does have to come and speak. I'll leave these things here. I'll leave them there. Let's start together.
Thank you very much.
This is what we were like while we made the film. We're still like it now, as you can see. It's like, okay, it's really happening. Okay,
When people keep asking me, why did you, what drove you to make Lee? To be honest, when Kate rang me, I would have made any film with her. She's Kate Winslet. And then it turned out it was Lee. When she said, would you like to? Yes. And it has been everything that David said, she has now brought to producing. Honestly, it's been so much fun to be in charge, and we can make sure everyone
really
on set
fun
is
to be
lovely.
in charge. Really fun.
Well, it is,
yes.
because you can it is. And we made rules. We were having no nasty people, no one who didn't make it fun and was kind, and we've had a lovely time, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. We really have. We made this film together. We're really proud of ourselves, actually, aren't we? Kate? And I would just say... Oh, God. But it is important to say that we are proud. And as women, I think we don't give ourselves opportunity enough to express our pride in ourselves and the things that we do. And there's no more doing ourselves down physically. No more. It's a waste of time. No one. Honestly, all the women in this audience, you should make a decision tonight that from now on, you don't waste any more of your precious, precious energy being shameful about your physical self. Don't scrutinize how you look anymore. You are all phenomenal. Tell yourself that instead. Tell yourself a good word. Don't fill your own ears with any negative thoughts about yourselves. Now is the opportunity. You can do it. Right. I've said enough. For somebody who really didn't have a speech prepared, I seem to have spoken for far too long. So we're going to present our film, Lee, now. And if you don't like it, if you wouldn't mind just lying to us, because we would be sad if you don't like it, but hopefully you will. And thank you so much for this. Thank you, David. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Christoph. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you,
Julia.
Don't go, don't go.